All right, I want to send a big shout out to Badge Caps. They've sponsored this episode. Badge Caps are a local company. They make these hats, and there's these little metal cutout badges. They use, I'm probably going to butcher this, but like a laser cutter to cut out your badges. They can do logos. They can do all kinds of really cool detailed cutouts to put on your hat. They're a really cool new company in Paris, Texas, so go check them out, badgecap.com. And you can order your own branded badge caps. I actually wear one almost daily for a company I work with, and it's definitely a really cool cap. So go check them out, Badge Caps. Thank you for sponsoring this podcast. Let's get this podcast started. Welcome to another Paris, Texas, a podcast. This is a podcast where you get to listen to people's stories, people that have either influenced or lived in the city of Paris, Texas. I love hearing their stories, and I can't wait for you to hear the next guest. All right, guys, welcome back. We have the first ever tallest person on my podcast. David Monds, what's up, dude?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. How tall are you?
I am 6'9", but my wife, she measured me with my shoes off, so she says I'm 6'7" 3/4. So she makes a big deal of how short I am, but I tell her all the time I never played basketball with my shoes off, so therefore I'm 6'9".
6'9".
6'9".
We just had a conversation you walking in about how you have to duck pretty much every building you go into.
Yes, I have to be conscious every time. Like most people looking for, to greet people, I look for doorways. So that's the first thing I keep my eyes on because I have a small callus on the left side of my head
from hitting
doors and railings and ceiling fans and lights. So. Yeah, it's pretty tough on a tall guy sometimes.
I would hate to see you in a submarine.
Oh, no. I'm claustrophobic anyway. That'll never work, ever. You ought to see me on the elevator, dude.
Oh, man. I didn't even think about that.
One time I was on the elevator and it just stopped and I just went to a straight panic attack.
Oh, my God.
Breathing heavy and sweaty. And
you're like, I'll take the stairs.
It only stopped for 30 seconds, but, I thought my life was over. So I got to be cautious.
You're like, stairs are a better workout anyway.
Anyway, why not?
Yeah. Unless you start hitting the stairs with your head.
Like I said, I have a good radar. I know how to scope. Like just now, I just tested when I came through the door to make sure I could clear it. So,
all right, David, where were you born?
I was born in Georgia, down south Georgia boy.
Awesome.
Macon, Warner Robins, Georgia. I was born in. It's they have the third largest Air Force base.
Okay.
Yeah, good old Georgia boy, man.
All right. Did you go through all school there? Or did you move throughout school?
For the most part, yes. I want to stay with my dad in California, and then we moved to Florida for like 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
Then I moved back with my mom and went back to Georgia, stayed in Georgia.
Okay.
But yeah, for the most part, I was a Georgia boy all through high school.
Awesome. What? So I'm gonna guess the answer to this, but what was your thing through school? Like, what was your favorite thing to do?
Of course, sports. Of course.
Awesome.
But I really enjoyed fishing trips with my grandma.
Really?
Oh, we would travel like state line to state line to go catch some fish. That was one of my fondest memories. And
y'all just go to like hidden gem water holes?
Yeah, little water holes. We never got on the boat. Now we don't do that big dog stuff.
Okay.
Nah, we on the creek killing snakes with rocks and stuff. We don't.
Okay.
We don't get on the water, but just going up and down the highway. My grandmother and her best friend. Some of those conversations are hilarious. 2 older ladies were talking. That was social media before social media.
Sounds like it made a good podcast.
Oh man, those 2 old ladies had us rolling in the back seat. But that and going to we had this water park we used to go to called Crystal Lake, which is kind of eerie because that's when Jason Voorhees was out.
Okay.
So Jason Voorhees, that's when he got all his revenge at Crystal Lake.
Crystal Lake, that's right.
Imagine all these kids going to Crystal Lake to this water slide park, but it was an amazing park. Just a lot of fun in the summertime,
So when did you first start playing basketball?
I think I was playing in my mom's stomach with the umbilical cord or something. It turned into a little hoop with the umbilical cord. It was shooting baskets, shooting little chicken noodles, chicken nuggets. But no, I started young because in Georgia we go by age.
Okay.
So 4 and 5 year olds play against each other, and then 6 and 7, 8 and 9. That's how you play. So
they always,
since I was 4.
So was it? So they always challenge you to be better by playing some like the 4th graders are always playing the 5th graders.
Yeah, but that was age more.
I mean age. I mean 4-year-olds are always playing the
5-year-olds, right?
Okay.
But I actually was challenged because I had 4 older cousins, and dude, they would just beat the brakes off me, man, and just pound me and just.
They didn't hold back.
They didn't hold back. And
they didn't let you win one.
Never. And I remember times when my cousin used to play 1-on-1 to 100. You know, street lights coming on. We at the park, and we just going at it. You know?
Do you still play them?
No, they don't play me anymore.
Oh.
When I came back from college, I shut all that down. It was just he's not little anymore.
He's not. We can't beat him as like we used to.
He's not little Tay anymore. My nickname is Tay. He's not Tay anymore. He's a grown man now. So. But it was a great experience just playing with my family a lot. They beat me up a lot, so it in turn made me a great basketball player. So.
Awesome. All right, so where did you graduate from high school?
I graduated from a town, Macon, Georgia.
Macon, Georgia.
A good old Otis Redding, and we got a lot of musical giants down there.
Okay.
Macon, Georgia. It's had about 19 high schools. So
19 in one town.
One town. So we had 8 private. I said not 18. They got 19 now, but at the time it was 8 private and like 9 public.
Okay.
So I moved from Warner Robins to Macon, which is 30 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I was a knucklehead, getting in trouble a lot. I wasn't the good guy you see now.
Is that something your cousins taught you too?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I tried to pay my own way, hanging with the wrong people. My mom was always told me. My mom was, hey, guilty by association. I was hanging with the knuckleheads, thinking I was a tough guy.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, because, I teach now. When I see these kids, I say, by himself, this kid is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But it's that wolf pack mentality. You get him with 3 or 4 of his buddies, and they're going to shut the school down.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to me, and I got a lot of trouble, so my mom moved me. And plus, the town I was in was a football town. Like, they won state championships, like on a regular basis. So, Macon was more of a basketball town, so she moved me there, and it took some adjustment to get the first year because it was much bigger, more distractions,
hustle and bustle.
Yeah, but it was a blessing in the long run. I finally turned my life around.
You thrived there.
Yes, I did. I had a lady who never gave up on me. Look, older, alt-right, George Bush, Donald Trump supporting lady, just deep South, just never gave up on me.
Mm-hmm.
She was always on me. Miss Donahue, and she was my principal.
Okay.
And she believed in myself before I did. Of course, my family was there for me too.
Right, obviously.
But outside of my family, she really molded me, and also my AAU coach. And they just instilled in me, hey man, you can be great if you want to. It's up to you.
Awesome.
So she stayed on me, had me, working hard on these SAT workshops and get my grades, and I finally got my grades together like I was supposed to. It was never I couldn't do the work, I just wasn't doing it.
Yeah,
I was just doing the wrong thing, not being in class.
Yeah.
So it finally clicked, and so my senior year I graduated from Macon, and that's when I got the scholarship offer. Well, I had a lot of scholarship offers.
How many? Too many?
I'm not the arrogant type, man. I'm not that guy.
Okay, a bunch.
But I had shoe boxes.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
And I wear a size 15 shoes.
Oh, my goodness.
So you can imagine the boxes. But the main thing was a lot of schools was telling me I was too small.
Too small?
As far as weight-wise.
Oh, okay.
Because I was 6'8", 6'9", based on my wife, whoever telling the story. But I was 200 pounds.
Okay.
So they were like, we're going to bring you out and put some weight on you. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to sit out in a red shirt, So I ended up going to a prep school just to get more mass on me because I already qualified for SATs and I was ready to go to college. But this prep school was a learning experience. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine, so when they pitched us the idea, come do one more year, come down here, travel the country, play top-notch basketball. Mm-hmm. We're going to build these apartments over here, and went down there and they showed us this, and this is where this is going to be. They had the beautiful layout. It was nothing but land there. So I'm like, how can they build all this in one, 5-6 months? But it's going to be done. So we go ahead and get qualified to go down there, and we show up, and it's a double-wide trailer. So we're like, what is going on? He's like, oh, it's just temporary, you know, until we get the building materials in and all this. So here I am in Ocala, Florida, in front of a cow pasture, and it's a double wide trailer. And you got like 10 dudes in there. We had bunk beds, and it was not the great experience.
Oh, man.
Every Monday we ate Popeyes. Every Tuesday was Chick-fil-A. Every Wednesday was Ryan's Buffet. Every Thursday was like, what was Thursdays? Don't say McDonald's. So every day it was the same thing the whole year. Same food, you know.
And was that by design?
Yeah, it was because of the sponsors and stuff. So.
Yeah.
But the great thing about it was the basketball. We did travel. And I mean, we were traveling to Rhode Island and New York and Virginia and
do you like
Kentucky.
that kind of travel?
Yes, for basketball, hey man, I traveled to the moon to play basketball. I mean, it was a great experience, you know. So
that's awesome.
As a high schooler, fresh out of school, I traveled a lot, you know, which was great to see different cultures, different cities, and not have that city limit mentality, just stay in one city. So it was a great experience for me. After I left there, I finally decided I'm gonna go ahead and settle down and go to college.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, just when you do all the little recruiting phase and all the coaches come in and you know roll out the red carpet, and my thing was when I went to school to visit, my main thing was looking at the players, how the college players interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
If you had guys over here doing their own thing, or this group going to a party, or this group staying home, or you talked to the guys and they talked about each other. You kind of know as far as the chemistry, that wasn't a good school.
Mm-hmm.
So what made me choose Oklahoma State, which is why I'm in this region, was the family-oriented, how synced the team was. Like, the chemistry was amazing. That was a true brotherhood. Like, they really cared about each other.
It's awesome.
So I knew, and my mom knew, and then what sold my mom was Oklahoma State graduation rate was like 95% for basketball players. So
That's
that
good.
coach believed in, and my mom also believed in that. She's always telling me, you know, what's your plan B? What if you break your leg tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
I used to get mad when she used to say that. Mom, come on, don't jinx me. She said, no, what you going to do? If you break your leg tomorrow and basketball's over, what's your plan B? So that was my all in all for Oklahoma State.
So what did you go to school? Like, what was the education? Like, what was your major for school?
I majored in psychology.
Okay.
So I was a psych guy. I wanted to do forensic psychology.
Oh.
But they didn't offer that at Oklahoma State.
Okay.
And plus I had to get a BA. I couldn't get a BS because coach wouldn't allow me to take labs. He's like, don't forget why we brought you to school. We didn't bring you to school to be some kind of dean list 8 honor roll guy. We brought you to play basketball. So my labs were at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
Right during team practice.
Okay.
So I went to lab like 2 days. And coach was like, where have you been? You're like, I was like, coach, I was in class. And I had a lab. He was like, yeah, we're going to get that fixed quick. So therefore, I have a BA, not a BS. So, but I have a BA in psychology, Bachelor of Arts. So.
Awesome. And that's something you like.
I love it, you know, just the study of the brain and mind, how things work. Also, I also like right now I'm teaching kids with disabilities, autism, you know. And what really brought me to it was, I don't know if I should say this or not, but the mind of a serial killer or those people, how they, what makes them tick.
Yeah.
I was intrigued about what made them tick, and then you go back and look at the studies about a lot of them had father issues, you know, mother issues, so. A lot of environmental factors.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
My wife finds that very fascinating. She watches a lot of those documentaries about that as well. I don't think there's anything wrong with that being fascinating to people.
I wouldn't say the word fascinating. I just want to know that tick. Because you get one child here and have a child here, and this kid just goes completely left. What causes that?
Yeah.
And me, I argue.
Intriguing.
Intriguing, right.
There you go. That's a better word.
I like that word, intriguing. Me, like I said, I'm back to environmental factors of what causes it, you know. And people argue, they were born that way. I don't get into the whole born that way, because if you raise a kid, say you get 2 kids out of orphanage, you know, you put one in a loving family, you know, they're taken care of and they really loved and have a thriving relationship with their parents. I think that kid will be okay. Now you take another kid and put them in an environment where the dad's an alcoholic or the environment around them is bad for a drug infested neighborhood, then you know the outcome of the product could be, you know, so
different.
Very different.
Definitely. All right, so you continued with your scholarship through all of college.
Play ball. And since we're in March Madness, you know, that was a big thing. My freshman year we went to the Final Four.
Okay.
Which is big time.
Big time.
Only 4 teams left, dude. That's big time. So
That's big time.
freshman year, I went to the Final Four, which was an amazing experience. I was like unbelievable. We lost on a layup, dude.
Nuh-uh.
A layup, bro. Like it was against Georgia Tech. This kid named Will Bynum, and it was crazy because I talked to him after the game. The coach asked them, "What do you want to do for the last play?" I was like, "We want to go to ISO to Will." Like, what coach asked their players what they want to do? You know, so the coach, hey, let's give them the ball. Let's do what you got to do. He ISO'd at top of the key and got a layup and won the game. So we didn't go play in the national championship game against UConn
On a layup.
on a layup. Don't get me started on that, man. Don't bring back memories, man. That just. And then my sophomore year, we went to the Sweet 16,
Okay.
which is also big time. You know, my first 2 years in college was amazing, man. You know, I had a
Awesome.
great coach, Eddie Sons, Hall of Famer. Had like 4 or 5 guys on my team that played in the NBA. You know, so it was a great experience.
Good experience. That's
So,
awesome.
My last 2 years, we had coaching changes, and they brought in some guys that wasn't fully invested. And we went NIT the last 2 years, which basically means not in tournament. That was the acronym we used, but basically, I think it's the National Invitational Tournament or something.
Oh, wow.
But we just said not in tournament.
Not
basically.
in tournament.
You suck. You're terrible. And that was my college career as far as basketball was. My first 2 years was awesome. Second 2 years, I was more the veteran guy.
Yeah.
And I could tell the change in the players. It wasn't the same.
There wasn't that camaraderie that was
It
there.
wasn't. That's my freshman sophomore year. We always went to the bowling alley together. We went out to eat together after practice. I remember times we were getting a fight in practice and shake hands right after.
Yeah.
It's like
brothers.
it's over with, man. Okay, you
Yeah.
got me. Elbow in my face. We got it out the way.
Yeah.
My junior senior, you get in a fight, man. Them guys trying to fight you in the apartment. They want to fight you. No, I'm like, it's not that serious. It's just
Yeah. Just-
competitive basketball.
yeah.
And like I said, I was more the veteran, and it's a different generation.
Yeah.
I think that was the millennials coming in, I guess. I don't know,
I don't know.
what it was, but it's just they seem entitled. They didn't want to put in the work. You know, we put in the work every day. Those guys that came in wanted it right then and right now. And
Yeah.
it doesn't work
You
that
see
way.
a lot of that. And in basketball,
I
outside
think it started with
basketball.
those participation trophies.
Yeah.
That's what really happened, man. That kills me. Speaking of my daughter, man, she played soccer this year, and dude, it was terrible. Like we wasn't good. I know it was first year players, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm competitive. I kept up the score. I kept the record. And she's 5. You know, I'm really serious. I'm serious about it. And afterwards, they all got trophies. And they're taking pictures. My daughter said, Daddy, we won. We got a trophy. I said, no, you didn't. Yeah, but I got a trophy, though, Dad. I said, baby, everybody gets a trophy now. I said, you did great this year. You played hard. You tried. But you guys were not the champions. The green team was the champion.
The great.
And she's like, oh, Dad. I said, well, it'll be okay. We'll get better at next year.
year.
Next year. Always next year. So,
Get drafted to the green team.
you know, there's a lot of bribery going on in these little leagues, man. These teams are stacked these days.
So
man.
I've seen that.
Oh, man, it's ridiculous. I played in a basketball league this year, too. It was like, we couldn't get the ball past half court. So, what is this?
That's crazy.
I guess all about who you know, man.
All about who you know.
Get a scholarship to play in certain teams.
All right, so you graduated from college,
Graduate from college.
and so what was there a game plan from there, or did something happen that
I knew I wanted to play professional basketball. I wanted to play in the NBA like everybody, you know. And I got my shot later, and I blew it. But I had my shot to play in the NBA. But right afterwards, I wanted to play in this league, man. Some rinky-dink semi-pro league for free, just to get some film.
yeah?
And I actually did good. And then I got called up to play in this other league. Was called the WBA. Then I went to what league I go to after that? I don't remember, some league, but they was paying me $300 a week. Hey, that was big time for me.
Yeah.
Fresh out of college, come on, man, $300. You couldn't tell me nothing. But I had to send like $250 home to my wife because it was, you know, my wife was pregnant with my son at the time, and we were freshly married. You know, speaking of, I was so poor. Do you know my wife had to buy her own rating ring with her own credit card? Yes, bro, it was terrible.
Oh.
'Cause I was gonna wait. And I want to get her this big fancy wedding. I should have married her like 4 years prior when I was in college, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna make this money. I'm gonna give her this big wedding. I'm gonna wait. And it didn't come, man. I came out of college and life just slapped me in the face. Like, here you go, dude. This is real life. So those $300, I couldn't do nothing. So we put her ring on her credit card, dude. She picked it out. Then she handed it to me. Then I proposed to her. Like, could you imagine? Like, your daughter married a guy like me. Well, she buy her own. But she seen something in me, man.
That's true.
And
she had to.
And I took her to the courthouse, dude. Like, come on, man. I felt so, like, at that point in my life, I felt like I failed. You know, the woman of my dreams, my wife.
How many years has it been now?
We've been married, this year's 11 years.
11 years. Wow, this year will be my 11th year.
Hey, man.
Right on.
Big time. But, yeah, man,
You should give her a wedding at, like, 15 or something.
I was supposed to give her a big one at 10, you know. Take her to Hawaii and all those great things. Man. I'm going to get back on the ball.
15.
15. We'll do 15.
15.
Yeah, we'll do 15. But she's been amazing, man. She's my best friend, you know. So when I left college, playing these little rinky-dink leagues, then I got an offer to go play in Turkey, Izmir, Turkey.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it was a big time deal. And
to travel to the next game.
Yeah, that moved up the level.
Yeah.
You know? So now I'm making $4,000 a month.
Okay, and traveling to cool places.
Come on now.
Yeah.
For $300, hey, I thought I was rich. That life hit me again in the face. But I went to Izmir, Turkey, and Izmir was beautiful, man. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I was scared out of my mind when I first got on the flight, because you gotta think about a little kid from Georgia, moved to Oklahoma to play basketball. Now I'm going to Turkey. I had to Google it to see.
Where is Turkey?
Where is Izmir? I kind of knew it. I heard of Turkey, but where is Turkey neighboring? What's the neighboring country?
Yeah.
What's going on? Because, you know, you hear about the France and the Germanys and stuff, but you don't hear about, like, Turkey being a place to go.
No.
And it wasn't Istanbul. It was Izmir. So Turkey was my first year out, away from family that far. It taught me a lot about myself.
Did your wife go with you?
No.
Oh.
She never goes.
And you had a son.
Had a son. And I told her I was going to come back and, you know, be there because she was pregnant. I was going to be there for the delivery. I'm coming back, babe. I'm coming back, you know. And I Googled that ticket to go home last minute. And it said $4,000. And I had $4,000 as my first paycheck. I had to make a business decision for the family.
Oh, man.
I felt bad, so I ended up staying.
And they didn't have FaceTime back then.
No, we did, man. We had Skype, though. Skype was okay.
Okay.
Skype, but it wasn't in the delivery room or nothing.
No.
So I missed my son's
That's tough,
birth,
man.
bro. That was tough. And I made a promise to my wife I would come back. So I never made a promise after that ever again. I never made a promise, so I couldn't keep that one.
Yeah.
And that would hurt me to this day. It still hurts me.
Yeah.
I didn't make it, and always too. When I always go to a country, I always go first before. Then I send for my wife and kids because I don't want to just go put us in an environment where it's like, what in the world? No running water, you know.
Yeah. Unknown
places.
Yeah.
Eating, you know, sheep and cows,
double
and
wide,
dogs and you know, I don't know. So Turkey was great. I did Turkey for like 4 months.
Okay.
Then I got another offer in the middle of the season to go to Germany.
Okay.
But Turkey was different because I had to have a translator everywhere I went. And when you first go overseas, you eat their food, the bacteria is different. So it adjusts to your body different.
Yep.
So I was eating stuff and that wasn't regulatory for my body. And my body wasn't responding well. So I had to go to the doctor. Normally they give you a pill because you're American. You come over, they give you a pill. Hey, take this pill to help. Boom, boom, boom. So I went to the doctor. Hey, yo, doc. To the translator. Hey, man, to the doc. Give me the pill. And blah, blah, blah. And doc's like, no, we don't do that. I go, what do you mean? I need a sample. That's what you mean. You need a sample. Like, you need a sample of my poop. Like, dude gave me a cup. Gave me a cup and said, here, go give me a sample. Go scoop it. And I got to look under a microscope and see what the bacteria is. I just walked out the office, dude. Like, you know what? Don't even worry about it, man. It's not that serious to me.
My stomach will adapt.
It took about 3 months. I finally adapted, but I'm not going to scoop up some poop and give it to you so you can look under a microscope. But I left Turkey. My translator was in there. He was a great guy, but it was a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
Because I always tell people when I go to every country I ever go to, I always try to embrace their culture.
Yeah.
and try to indulge myself in their way of living.
Was it beautiful there? I've never been to Turkey.
Turkey is beautiful. Izmir was basically surrounded by the sea, so you took ferries everywhere to get to the other side of the island, and it was beautiful. The food was amazing. This is what got me about Turkey, man. This is, to this day, I'm still upset. So I go to the movie theater in Turkey. Mm-hmm. Okay, watching this movie called The Kingdom. It's a big time deal with Jamie Foxx and all this. They're going overseas, do some kind of. I like those CIA operation type movies. You know, like last night I watched The Fugitive with those, to keep you guessing type movies. So I'm in the movie theater watching the movie, and the movie just cuts off. And halfway through the movie, I'm like, what is going on? And everybody gets up and walk out. Are you kidding me? I didn't use those words, but
right? What
I'm
happened?
Pretty upset. Pay those $7 don't come easy. So I walking down the street, I'm mad. I'm like, how in the world can they watch half a movie over here? This place is all jacked up, I'm upset. I go home, I see my teammates, they coming down the street, and I let them have it. Because every team, at least have one or two guys that can speak good English.
Yeah.
And you have, of course, the rest of the guys, they don't really speak that well. So I told the guy, I said, man, you jacked up country, man. You guys don't watch half the movie and cut off on me. And they are dying laughing at me right now. I'm like, what's so funny? What's funny, dude? He was like, Monds. He said, David, that was a smoke break. They cut the movie off halfway.
Like an intermission.
Intermission. People go outside, smoke their cigarettes in the mall.
And then come back.
And they come back within 10 minutes. Oh, my. They have their tea and cigarettes.
Oh.
So the next time, I didn't believe it was real. I said, there's no way. So I go back next weekend, catch another movie. And sure enough, intermission comes, cuts it off, and I go outside to look too. They sitting there smoking their cigarettes.
And they come back in.
And they come back in, the movie cut back on. So I was like, yeah, that's some adapting to get used to with that.
Never heard of that.
Ever in life.
No.
And you get to, over there at the time, they let you smoke within the mall, within the restaurant. So there was cigarette smoke everywhere.
Everywhere.
So that killed me, So I left and went to Germany.
Okay.
After about 4 months. And I was like, yeah, I got to go to Germany. So Germany offered me some more money. And I said, okay, I'll come play in Germany. Germany was great. I was in Göttingen, which is about the hour and a half south of Frankfurt. Mm-hmm. So then I sent for my wife and kid. So, all right, babe, coast is clear. You can come.
They played the movies right here.
All right, they played the whole movie all the way through. So Germany was great.
Okay.
The food was amazing. The people are amazing. They have these bathhouses. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. But it's got to be cautious when you go in there because Germany, they don't. The one thing about overseas, the far as nudity and all that, it's not like a taboo. It's like, it's here. This is us. Mm-hmm. So you'll sit on billboards everywhere. So you go in there, man, and it's different. Which I like it kind of similar fact. It's not like hiding and sheltering. Like, don't look. Because when you tell a kid not to look, what's they going to do? They're going to look. So the one thing about overseas, they put it all in the open. So it's not, and the bathhouse was great. You had the salt pools and the saunas and the jacuzzi. So it was like a thing to do over there. Like on the end of the week, it was cheap. So at the end of the week, all the families go in there, go to the hot tub and you just go in there and relax and enjoy life.
Yeah.
So it was great. Germany that was 2007.
I'm sure after a week of basketball practice, hot tub was nice.
Oh, cold tub for sure. We definitely get in the cold tub or ice baths. Ice baths will get you right. Most people don't like doing ice baths, but it rejuvenates your body and brings it back.
Awesome.
Like it's the first 2 minutes you're not gonna feel anything. It's gonna be crucial. And after that you don't feel nothing. You go waist below. So it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. All right. So how long were you in Germany?
I was in Germany 6 months.
6 months.
And I came home from Germany. And then what did I do? 2007. What did I go after Germany? 2008. Oh, did Germany. Then I went to the developmental league, NBA D League, which is like the farm team underneath the NBA.
Okay.
It's almost like, minor league baseball. But it's the minor league basketball. So I did that. Made peanuts. Went to Albuquerque, me and my wife and kid. Went to Albuquerque for like 7-8 months.
So what's the perk to doing like the minor league basketball?
There's no perks, man.
No. You get to play.
You just get to play, man. I mean, well, it is a perk. The simple fact that you supposedly have NBA scouts coming to the games.
Yeah.
But most of the time when they do come to the game, it's because they sent the player down from the NBA to the farm teams where they come in to watch that guy. And you just hope that the day you play that team that guy's playing, so you know scout's going to be in the gym, so you kick his butt. You destroy that guy. They're going to say, oh, who's that guy that's kicking our guy's butt? You know, we want to sign him. So D-League was fun. It's fun as far as you got all these guys trying to make one goal just to get the call up. The call up is basically an NBA team see you playing. Hey, dude, we like you for 10 days. Want you to come play for us for $50,000 for 10 days. Hey, I'll do it.
Yeah. That's not peanuts.
That's not peanuts at all.
No.
So you have like one steak and like 10 lions out there trying to get that one steak, you know?
Yeah.
So it was pretty competitive basketball. It was fun. I mean, the travel sucked because you had to do those 4 a.m. flights out of Des Moines, Iowa. Des Moines, if I said that right?
Yeah.
Des Moines, Iowa. Like those little small places, 4 o'clock commercial flights, flying to this place to play that day, that night. There's no first class. The buses are long, you know, so it was a hustle and bustle, but I loved it.
Was the camaraderie there?
Oh yeah, it was there. That was another close group I had. That D-League group was we still talk to this day. It was very special. Mm-hmm. Because normally we get an environment like that, you can have a tendency to be selfish because you trying to get that NBA call up. You want to be the next guy.
That stake.
Yeah, so you got that one ball, which is the stake, and if I put the ball in the hole more than you do, I'm more likely to get a call up. But at the same time, you got to share the ball. And some guys, you know, they would jack up a few extra shots when they were supposed to, but that's part of the game. It's sad, but you know, we had a great group, man. Like I said, it's back to that off the court chemistry. Like you have to be together on the court, but what separates teams is what they do off the court. Yeah, are you together off the court?
You can be competitive on the court, but like be friends off the court.
Yeah, we're very friendly. And I've been on some teams where as soon as I left the court, I didn't want to see you to the next day. I've been around teams like that, and it's not good. It's not fun. It's hard on me. It's hard on my wife because I got to come home with the garbage. Yeah, but I don't bring it in the house. I had a rule where no matter what kind of practice I had or day I had, I left it in the car. Yeah. So she would see me outside in the car for 10 minutes. She'll know, okay, don't bother him. You know,
he's leaving it there.
He's leaving it right there. And now I come in the house and I let it go. I never brought basketball home, except for 1 year I did. And it wasn't good for me.
Wasn't good?
No, because my wife was not having it. So I left there, D-League, went to Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Played basketball.
So another like overseas, not overseas.
It's like basketball when you're trying to make it. I was what they call a journeyman. So I was just trying to find a way to survive and make a name for myself, at the same time provide for my family. I'm the only source of income. So as soon as D-League was over, you didn't make that much money. Puerto Rico throws you some good money for 2 months to come through to get you through the summer. Mm-hmm. So I had to go do it. I was just like, if I got a phone call from my agent, you know, I had an agent. I had like 6 agents. I fired them quick, dude. If I didn't have an offer by August, dude, you was out of there. You was gone. Yeah. Because now my wife looking me in my face like, what are we going to do? Yeah. You know, so nothing against my agents. I never didn't want the buddy relationship with my agent because at the end of the day, it's a business and I got my family to feed. So yeah, sure. Don't call me talking about, hey, I got offers. Oh, no. I need a contract in my email.
Yesterday.
Yeah, because you get nervous. So my agent sent me to Puerto Rico and I did Puerto Rico.
How long were you in Puerto Rico?
I did Puerto Rico about 6 weeks. Okay. Puerto Rico cutthroat. So they don't fall under the rules of FIBA and all those rules. Boy, FIBA says you just can't cut somebody just because you don't like them. Yeah. And you have to pay that person. Puerto Rico's not like that. No. Puerto Rico come to your door. Your plane ticket, your flight leaves in 3 hours. So
thank you for everything.
Thank you for everything. It was so cutthroat that they flew me in, man. And they had me in a hotel because they knew they was going to cut this guy and they didn't want to tell him yet. But they had already flew me to Puerto Rico. I didn't know that. When I got there, I realized that this guy's still playing.
He don't even know.
He don't even know, bro. It was sad. That's how I knew cutthroat the business was, you know. This guy's out there on the court playing right now, just enjoying his life and not knowing that tomorrow he's going to be back in the States, you know. But I did Puerto Rico. I did great. then, like I said, we lost. The thing about overseas teams, Puerto Rico, Germany, Turkey, it's always the American fault.
Yeah.
Because they pay you the most money. You better than the domestic players.
Yeah.
Whatever country you go to. So you can have 40 points and lose, and it's your fault. So no matter, they don't see the fact that the domestic guys done missed 10 3-pointers the last 3. Missed 10 layups and smoking cigarettes in the showers. But it's my fault we lost.
Yeah.
So it was pretty tough. So I got out of Puerto Rico, and I got an opportunity to go play in Las Vegas in the Summer League, NBA Summer League.
Okay.
That's big time.
That sounds big time.
That sounds big time, man. That's like all the scouts go down to Vegas, and you got all these NBA scouts and teams are there, and you're playing for. So my team was the Lakers.
Okay.
I played on their little summer team. So what you did, I flew out to LA, and you had to try out. It was like 20 of us. 5. They was going to cut 5. So I was one of the 15 remaining. And so you go to LA, you practice in their facilities, you get to use all their amenities and stuff. It was amazing. It was great.
Yeah.
Then we fly down to Vegas, and then you play in this like 11-day sort of tournament thing against other NBA teams who are bringing in guys who they want to get a good look at. Like it's normally like the draft picks. So like Russell Westbrook and all those guys play in it when they first get drafted. KD, I played against Harden and all those guys. Played against Blake Griffin when those guys first got drafted. So that's for them to really get a grounding on themselves. So
right.
That was a blessing for me because I actually did well in the tournament. Because what they do is the guy they draft, the Lakers draft, they're going to play him in that tournament. And the guy they drafted was a post player, which basically means he's going to get all the playing time. So, well, it worked out for me because the first game, it was 15 guys. And, you got the coach trying to get everybody playing time. And it was by halftime, dude. He hadn't put me in yet. And I was on the bench with tears in my eyes, like, basically about to cry. Because, like, here I am, my opportunity to try to make it.
I'm not even getting on the court.
I'm not even on the floor. You got all these NBA scouts in the stands looking at you, watching you. I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, I was so hurt. Like, I never felt that feeling before in my life.
It's like defeat.
Defeat, yes. Defeat. And coming back in from halftime, coming in to start the third quarter. I'm walking over there like, oh, man, And he goes, hey, Monds, I forgot about you, bro.
Not cool.
Because you got to realize in Summer League, I'm not the tallest guy, so he probably didn't see me because 7-footers out there playing with me. I forgot about you, Monds. You start third quarter. Matter of fact, we're going to give you the ball the first play.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. All right, let's go. They gave me the ball, and I scored. So the thing with basketball is called feed the horse. If the horse is working, you feed him. So if I score, the rule of thumb is
get him the ball.
Next play, I get the ball again.
So you score again.
So I score again. So that gets the snowball effect, and I end up scoring like 17 points in the second half alone. So now everybody's looking around like, who is that guy? So the next game come out, and then the confidence was there. All what I have worked for is like coming to a fold now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here. So I started. My average was like 15 points, 8 rebounds, in only 14 minutes. So that's very efficient. So I was doing very, very well. And I had scouts coming up to me after the games and, hey, we want you to come to our vet camp.
Okay.
So it's the process. Again, I say, so once you do D-League, you go to Summer League. You do Summer League, now is your chance to go to vet camp, which is to go with the big dogs, to go play with Kobe and all those guys. They're practicing because they're getting ready to start the season.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of offers of NBA teams calling my agent saying, hey, we want David to come in to try out, make the team, blah, 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 blah. So I think I had about like 12 teams that offered me a chance to come in, and I chose the Lakers. And that's when I had my shot for the NBA. I went out to play for the Lakers for a couple months, and it didn't work out for me.
What happened?
You're not going to believe what they told me when they brought me in to cut me. The coach told me I was too short. Yeah.
Too short.
Phil Jackson told me I was too short for his team. So I was 6'9". Most of those guys were 7 foot, 7'3", 7'4". Said, man, we like your energy. You're a pretty good guy. You're too short, man. Sorry.
Too short. So you got all the way there.
All the way there.
All the battling, all the hustling.
And the sad thing about it, man, I was there And I bust my butt in practice, man. I was going at Kobe head, going at everybody. I didn't care. I had the chip on my shoulder. I didn't care who you were. But I did do one thing that I'm not happy about, cool about. So we out there practicing, man. This is for all the vets get in. And Kobe walks in the gym, man. And I froze up like a little baby, bro. Like, I just froze. Like, I've never been the one for starstruck, you know. I take pride in that, you know.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. So what? You're on TV, you know. And that dude walked in the gym and I couldn't move. And I felt so embarrassed and ashamed of myself for being that type of guy.
Yeah.
To freeze up. How dare you freeze up? So.
But there was just one time.
Just one time. Never again. I don't care who shows up. I don't care. Now, with you, I freeze up sometimes when I see you. I'm like, oh, my God, it's Broadway, man.
No. Stop that.
Bro, I'm like, that's Broadway.
Stop it.
When I see you at the church, I'm like, that's the guy with the beard and the bow tie.
So Kobe. So you went head to head with Kobe.
Well, just the team in general, just playing ball, just trying to compete, man.
Yeah, but not people get to say. Not a lot of people get to say that.
Yeah, I got cut though, man. Got cut.
But you still made it to the top.
I tried. And then after that, I went overseas again. Went to France.
Okay.
So I did France 4 years.
Okay.
So I'm technically Parisian. Or parasite. I would say I'm Parisian because, you know, I speak a little French. I lived in France 4 years, so I'm technically Parisian.
So did you find that people, even though you got cut from the Lakers, did you find more people were still wanting to have you like play for them?
Oh man, your resume explodes once you put that on your resume. You play. I didn't say try out for the Lakers. I play for the Lakers.
But I've been to your house. You have a picture of you in a Lakers jersey.
Yeah, I played the preseason game. So preseason, you know, I got pictures of live action photos of me playing ball. So
yeah,
they didn't know it was preseason.
No, you don't have to tell them that.
Yeah, I was out there. You got my Lakers jersey on playing. I got my little, you know, I played preseason, so I didn't make the season. But hey, I put it on my resume.
So was this French still? Was it a pretty good?
France is okay league. I like France because France pays you your money on time.
Was it peanuts or was it good money?
That's good money. I'm moving up the ladder now. I got Lakers on my resume.
Yeah, you moving up the ladder.
You got to bring some pork chops now. No peanuts.
Well, how on board was your wife going to France?
Oh, she was all the way in. Like, let's go. She was packed before I ever told her where we was going, what city. She was we're going. So she was ready to go. And we went to France, man. It was beautiful. That's probably the most beautiful country in my life. And my son was actually like 2. So his first language kind of sort of was French.
Does he still speak it?
He lost it.
Can you speak it?
Yeah, I speak a little bit.
Give me a phrase.
Je m'appelle David Monds.
That's pretty good.
I could say stuff like Je marie pour 10 ans. J'ai deux enfants, 12 ans et 5 ans. Ariel and David. They're from Georgie. Basically saying I have 2 kids.
Yeah.
I'm from Georgia. Basically, you know, the small talk.
Basics, yeah.
Yeah. French I learned it because I want to know what the guy was talking about me or not in the locker room. I had to learn it, man, because, you know, like I said, once again, once you're, like, every country I go to, I try to embrace their culture.
Yeah.
I try to learn their language. But when I went to Germany, I didn't give that a shot. That was like, you had to speak. When I went to Greece, went to Greece also, lived in Turkey. Like, those languages, you got to have a lot of spit in your throat, sounds like. It's like you're hawking. Like, Greek is like, hawk. Like, all that, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Nah. But French is a beautiful, beautiful language. So
awesome.
We lived in France 4 years. We lived in
4?
4.
Wow, so you stayed there for a bit.
Yeah, it was a great country because I didn't want to move on. We did Greece. Greece was my wife's favorite country because we was on an island. So it wasn't like mainland Greece. It was like Athens. Most of these countries become Americanized. Mm-hmm. So we don't like those countries. We like those authentic backwoods French, you know, barely have running water type, you know. But we lived in a small town called Bougainville, which was outside a town called Lyon, and we loved it. Awesome. We don't like the Paris, France, and we went to Venice, and we don't like those places.
The touristy spots.
No, we don't like those. We like the authentic. Give me the real deal French.
Awesome.
So France was amazing for us. My daughter was born in France.
Okay.
So that was beautiful. I actually lost my job because of that.
Because of your daughter? Or
Yeah, my daughter. Because my wife was pregnant, and I kept telling them, "Hey, if my wife is born, I'm not gonna make any basketball games when she has the baby.
I'm not missing another one.
I'm not missing another. Exactly. It's right on point. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna get it right this time.
Right.
And sure enough, we had a couple scares the last 3 games. They was rushing me back after the game, and this last home game, she said, "Babe, this is it." And remind you, we had a game that day. It's always on a Saturday. She had to have the baby.
Yeah.
We play on Saturdays over there, so it was like, "Yep, here it comes. Let's go." And sure enough, here we are in a foreign country. I'm not gonna leave my wife. About to leave my wife in a hospital with my brand new baby daughter, you know, and my son to go play some basketball. Like you said, I'm not gonna mess up this time. So
Yeah.
I went to the delivery. My wife was a beast, man. She had her babies natural. She don't do the epidural, so I'm in there 3 hours. Like she knocks them out. Like she don't play around. So
Man.
that was the most beautiful experience I think in my life when I was in there with my wife and my daughter, and the lady said, "Would you like to hold your daughter?" And I just bawled, dude, like a baby. Like It was like, here I'm 6'9", big dude, solid. You know, I'm a pretty stout guy. And they're weeping like a little baby, but it was a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
Another thing I had to do, you know the big rule is don't go look. You know, me being me, I gotta go look, man. I gotta see what everybody say don't look for. So, yeah. Remind you, this is my defense before I tell you the rest of the story. She woke me up at 3 in the morning. I haven't ate anything. Okay, so that's my disclaimer.
Okay.
So she goes and had a baby about 5 or 6. Ariel comes out, blah blah. And
In the morning.
In the morning.
Okay.
7 in the morning now. I think we're about 7 in the morning. I haven't ate anything since the prior evening. So I go look, and I immediately hit the floor. Like I just went down, dude. Like what did I just see? Like it was. And I went down. All the nurses coming over. They're like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" And I was on my one knee, and I was like, "No, I'm just praying. I'm just."
Play it cool. Play it cool.
I had to play it. I had to think on my toes, man.
Oh.
I'm just praying. No, I'm okay. And I get back up. I'm like, wow, why would I do that? You know. And the doctor said, "Well, I told you don't go. Look, David, you don't listen." You know. So we was in France. That was our beautiful story.
Awesome.
Just seeing my daughter born, bro. It was just amazing. Like
That's amazing.
that's top 5.
All right, so you left France.
Yeah, I left France.
And where'd you go?
France. That was my last year. And then this is when David is getting older. My wife is tired of being a desperate housewife, and she wants to do more in her life.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a decision to make about, okay, I want to keep playing ball, but you want to stay home. And David is, what really got me sad was one time we came home from overseas, and we went to Walmart because we always have to stock up for groceries.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Walmart, man, and David was like, Daddy, they speaking English. Like, he was so happy to hear English.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew in my head then, like, I can't keep dragging my family all over the world, you know, because I did China also. They didn't go to China with me, but I did those places. I'm like, I can't keep doing this. You know?
Yeah.
But I still got some youth in me.
Yeah.
So I tried to do a couple years by myself alone, which is the worst thing I probably did. You should never be apart from your family that long. So
No.
my last year, I did a spiritual journey quest. I went to Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
Yeah. My last year, 2015.
And you played.
Play basketball. Saudi has some money, man. I'm not. You should do everything for the money, but that contract came in that email, man. I had to take that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, though, I want to do it for spiritual reasons.
Yeah.
As far as, you know, the whole Islam and the whole taboo of Muslims, and you know, I just wanted to go see. I wanted to find out why. I'm not going to go off somebody's opinion or what they think. I'm in my own judgment. So
Yeah.
I went to live in Saudi Arabia, man, Riyadh, for 6-7 months.
Wow. And that was solo.
Solo. No, and I'm taking the wife because you
That's
can't take the wife and kids to Saudi Arabia. 'Cause I took my kids to Dubai.
that's cool. That place is pretty cool. I haven't been there, but it looks.
Dubai was. We went to Dubai, and you know the women they don't have the rights of American women. You know, they're covered up. All you see, they're all black. All you see is their eyes. So we take my son to Dubai for Christmas vacation, and everything is separate. You know, men and women are two different classes. You know, so we hit the market, man, and wish how different it is because my son, he was at 2 or 3 at the time. And we was in Dubai, just trying different places, going to the beach, man. It was like January. It was like 80-some degrees on the beach. They have an indoor ski resort because they're in the desert, so they flew in snow and created snow, basically. Not flew in, but, you know, they created their own snow.
Right.
So we hit the market, and we going around the corner, and you got all these women sitting over in the market, you know, with all that black on. All you see is their eyes. And guess what a 2-year-old David Monds decides to say?
Oh, no. I don't even know.
He said, Dad, look at all those ninjas over there. And, dude, do you realize, like, I almost lost it. And he was saying it loud. And he was decided, because he was into ninjas at the time, you know. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? I said, okay, they ninjas, be quiet. so we won't get beheaded over there, you know. But that goes back to the show I'm saying for us. That's why I didn't take my wife to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. Because the women had to walk. You get up to 4 wives over there, you know. Yeah. And I told my wife, hey, look, man, think about it. One could clean, one cooks. She almost, like, slapped the taste out of my mouth. Like, don't even think about it. But Saudi Arabia was a great experience because I learned a lot about myself, you know, and about the culture and about their religion. Like, they really have to read the Bible over there, Islam and Muslims. So they really hate the fact that these terrorists are using Islam as a way to do that. Like, the real people who believe in Islam, really, the real Muslims, they don't go for that terrorism stuff. So it was a great experience. They pray 5 times a day, which I respect. And when they pray 5 times a day, imagine a guy on every church singing the call of prayer. So they shut down the city. Like, all the restaurants closed, buildings, everything stops. And you go to the mosque and pray, or you pray where you are. It's 5 times a day. Dude, they pray during a basketball game. They stopped the game. Yep. Here we are on an 8-0 run, finna finish the game. And the call to prayer came, and they stopped the game. The dudes went over there and prayed. And they came back out, and they kicked our butts, dude. It was a different experience, but Islam, but like I said about the praying, the first one off at like 5 in the morning. I'm like, look, I believe in God and all, but dude, I gotta get my sleep. I got a game today. But they didn't care, so instead of rolling over, I got on my knees and started praying. You know, I didn't pray to Allah. You know, I got on my knees and started praying 5 times a day too. You know, so it taught me. And another thing I respect about that culture too, they have to, before they come to pray, they have to wash their hands, their feet, their nasal cavity. Before they come to God to pray, they have to clean themselves. So I respect that a lot. Yeah. So, but I didn't get used to the little, I forgot the name for it. It's a little fancy name. When you use the bathroom.
Bidet?
Yeah, one of those things. Dude, like, come
weird.
On. Dude, you have a little faucet that splash on your butt. Like, come on, dude. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that. I was like, just give me the tissue. I'll take the tissue. And then some of the places have like a little hole where you just go in there.
I've been Beijing.
You have?
Yeah, there's just a hole in the ground.
Oh man, did you try it?
Yeah, that's all there was. There was no options.
There was no options?
No.
Oh wow.
No, we were at this a camp. It was a leadership camp in Beijing, China.
You took a squat.
And I saw that. Yeah, I had to. I had to go.
I couldn't imagine that, man. I couldn't. No. That's a long way from me, though. I'm 6'9".
Yeah. Yeah.
That splash wouldn't be. Nah. That'd be perfect. Okay,
yeah. I guess if you did it your entire life, then yeah. I mean, that's the way it works.
You'd be a perfect aim.
If you've never done it. Oh, it'd be like me trying to make a shot from the 3-point line on the NBA the NBA.
That's
field.
true.
I'm just
me trying to be a photographer or something. Yeah. My shots would be off.
Everything's blurry.
Oh, blurry. What's going on? It's just a new camera we have. I'm trying something different. But I did Saudi Arabia, so left Saudi Arabia, man. And that's when I just walked away from the game. I just quit.
Yep.
I had 5-6 years left. I said it's not worth my family. The money ain't worth it. So came home to Hugo for 10 months.
Hugo,
Oklahoma. My wife's hometown is Hugo.
Okay.
So we retired to her hometown. And at the time, I would go overseas for 10 months, come home 2 months. So Hugo wasn't bad for me because I could work out, small town. But to live there, I told my wife, nah, probably not going to be able to do it. So
small town.
Yeah, man.
Tiny.
And she was in her community deep because, she's well involved in her community because she's from Hugo.
Mm-hmm.
I said, babe, I can't do it. Sorry. I'm going to be selfish. We're going to go across the river to Paris.
We're going back to Paris.
Yeah, we're going back to Paris. But that's what's funny, right? I was like, God has a sense of humor, man.
Yeah, a little
From
bit.
Paris, France to Paris, Texas.
There you go.
So it's like, wow, how ironic. But we did Paris. So I'm here. And first job, man, I couldn't find a job.
You couldn't find one.
Couldn't find a job.
That's crazy.
Because when you fill out your resume, you got 12 years of basketball. Yeah, I'm a leader because I was a captain. But what does it have to do with running these computer programs over here? Or what does it have to do with you have no job experience?
Yeah.
That's what I kept hearing over and over and over. So I started subbing as a teacher, $60 a day, like trying to make, trying to make a way for myself. And I was running through my savings, all the little money I saved up, I'm just running through that. I gotta get a job, so by hearsay, my first job ever was a supervisor at a chicken plant. Could you imagine that, dude? Me with like a netted beard, bump cap, smock on.
From Lakers NBA playing to
dumping chicken.
Dumping chicken.
I was dumping chicken. Well, that was a supervisor. So
Okay.
Because that's when a degree comes in handy.
Yeah, it does.
So I didn't know nothing about chicken at all. Like, I'm just in here like this place.
Do you eat chicken the same now?
No, I'll get to that story in a minute.
Okay.
I'm trying to ruin it for a lot of you listeners out there who want these deals that you think you're getting. Well, I went to Pilgrim Pride down here in Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
I was driving from Hugo to Mount Pleasant every day.
Ugh.
Dude, 3 p.m. So I had to leave Hugo by 12 to make it to work about 3-ish. I was getting off at like 1 in the morning, driving back. I was getting back home at 4 in the morning, getting up doing that for like 10 months straight.
Pass.
But me, I'm not a quitter, and I go back to that whole, competitive nature of me. So I was over the chicken nugget line. So I had to run chicken nugget on second shift. So I had about 40 employees I had to run over. So I had to supervise. So I had about 20 in the front, 20 in the back. So the front is basically the chicken comes out, you make it, you put it in a batch, and it comes out this little machine that freezes it to like negative 40 degrees, and then you bring it out, and then it comes down the line, and you stamp it to a chicken nugget form. And then on the line, you have these layers on each side, and they're taking off the foreign pieces that's not printed perfectly in a circle. So they throwing those in the side, and then keep going. Then you have the guy who does the batter. He throws the flour on it. It's like 2 or 3 of those guys. Then it goes into the fryer. And then behind the fryer, you have another 3 or 4 ladies who take out the bad pieces or burnt pieces. And then it goes up and through this little freezer for 40 minutes. And then it drops out in the back. And you have the people in the back that's packing the chicken, like into the bags, into the boxes. And they separate the good pieces and bad pieces too. And they're boxing it up, pushing it down the line to the guys who's stacking it on the pallet. You stack the boxes, next pallet coming in. So you do that all day long. And me, being a supervisor, they wanted me to just stand back and point. You do this, you do that, you do that. I'm not that type of guy. I'm back to the team guy. So I'm on the line. I'm dumping chicken. I'm separating chicken. I'm stacking boxes. And basically immersing myself into the line, which I'm supposed to do. Because you're a supervisor. You're supposed to be the overseer.
Yeah.
But that's why my line, I think, ran the best. Because, hey, you want to go to the bathroom? Go ahead and go. But you give people 30-minute lunch breaks and only 1 water break. I heard at one time they had people wearing diapers out there back in the day. You can't use the bathroom. Some type of that's foolery to me. So with the chicken nugget line, for those of you who love these chicken nuggets, this 10 for $149 deal, this 20 piece for $2. Come get this great deal for all of you out there. About to ruin it for you and your little Happy Meal on the go. Well, basically, chicken nuggets are basically all the meat that we about to throw away, the spoiled, nasty meat that we no longer can use, but we have to use it because we can't throw away chicken because that's wasting money. So they take all the meat that's not good and the old chicken tenders that's about to go spoil and all that stuff. And they put in this big blender and put onions on it to steal the taste from it and crunch it up into this little potty meat material looking like and they just ship it down the line. That's why I tell people all the time, when you look at a deal like that, Like Burger King always shows that deal. I think $10, 10 nuggets for $1.50 or something. I always pay attention to those commercials because I was in it. So I'm like, okay. So think about packaging, shipping, labor. You have to pay all these employees to do all this, and it still gets to your house, to your hands for $1.49.
Get what you pay for.
Exactly. So I had to ruin it for everybody who loves chicken nuggets. So chicken tenders and wings and all that stuff, that's good quality meat down there. That's taken care of. Like I just seen an alert on my phone. Tyson recalls 69,000 pounds of chicken because of potential metal. Oh. What happens is anything that happens, say, cause you have USDA walking through those plants, and USDA, they come in there with flashlight, looking under tables, like they want to be pristine. Like these vents with condensation and all that stuff, they'll shut the whole line down. So if you get something like plastic in the chicken, where, for instance, somebody's open up a spice bag, they rip it open and some of the plastic falls in the chicken, and it still goes down the line. You have to report it.
But yeah,
you have to report it. And if you report it, you don't know what the piece of plastic, what time it went down or what happened on your line. So all the chicken you have made prior and after has to go throw it away. So if you report plastic at 8 o'clock, you've been running for 4 hours, you're gonna throw all that chicken away. Ugh. And all for a piece of plastic. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like something that's had choke hazard, like, but it's just the quality of just saying, hey, or a piece of metal might fall off a machine that goes in it, and so of course it shuts down the line. So you have to recall all that chicken. You lose that, you lose money. So it looks bad on the supervisor and everybody else. So you got to report it if you have to. Yeah. So, but that experience led me to, I couldn't do that for 10 months. I did it for 10 months, and then I came back and I decided I'm going to teach. Mm-hmm. So now I've been teaching at Crockett for 3 years.
That's awesome.
Life skills. I love my field, so I love being in school. My calling is the youth. So I just immerse myself into the kids, man. Me and my wife.
And then I know you and your wife also started your own basketball league.
Yeah, we started Monds Skills Academy. We've seen basketball in this town. It's like third fiddle type to softball, baseball, or volleyball, football. You know, they fall behind those sports. I'm like, this town needs basketball. It's a great town. You know, so these kids are athletic. I think the generation is switching now. Kids want to come outside now a little bit more because the Fortnite epidemic is still going on. But
Fortnite.
But kids are trying to come out again. You have those ones who want to be outside and play and try to. You know how we grew up. Like we didn't come into the sun.
I was outside playing tag or guns.
Like my rule was don't let the street light catch you. You know? You know, that's how it was with you. Yeah. You know, we grew up outside, and I tell people all the time, why are you so tall? I said, because I drunk out of the water hose outside. I didn't drink filtered water like you guys doing now. Brita filters and all that. So, but we're just trying to get the kids back outside, just show them sports. It's a way, it's going to be a tool to get you a free education. Why not? Why not play sports and go to school, get a free education, do what you want to do? Because college is a ripoff to me. It's expensive, man. Because overseas, I think college is $4,000. Here, it's like, I can't even.
You're still paying for it.
I told my wife, I might have to take your student loans to the grave because it's just ridiculous how much you pay for student loans. Yeah, like by the time you look up, you paying student loans your whole life, and then you gotta pay for your funeral costs. It's like it's over with.
It's crazy.
So we started Monds. It's a beautiful thing. So
it's awesome.
For the kids. Also started 2 travel teams this year. Well, I started a boys travel team last year. Okay. This year, me and my wife started a travel girls team, 5th and 6th grade, just to get these kids out to travel different places, play ball, see different places, take them to colleges. Yeah. I believe you could tell a kid about college all day, but if you show a kid a college campus or show them, their life they can live, it's a different experience.
And you get to show them, like, I think having a guide like you saying, here's what you need to look for. Like, you're looking for camaraderie. You're looking for, like, you don't want to go to the flashy looking school just because it's flashy looking.
And I tell parents all the time. I tell my wife. It's a sensitive subject, but it's about when your kids go off on their own. Like, college taught me how to raise my daughter and my kids. Like, I'm not gonna let her just do anything, but I'm gonna let her experience, going out, doing things in high school. Of course, it's gonna be supervised. But when you hold your kids on the lock and key all through their high school career and then send them off to college,
that's rude awakening.
That's a rude awakening. We got the drugs and the parties and all the other stuff that that you shut them away from. So I think it's a good experience to get them out and just show them how.
I'd rather them come home and be like, Dad, and feel comfortable enough to say, Dad, what is this? I saw this. I don't know what that means. What is that?
Exactly.
And me be able to sit them down and say,
yeah,
here's what you saw. Here's how we're gonna deal with that.
Exactly.
Versus like, here, go to college and just you're adult. You grown. Figure it out.
I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm 40. That was at Oklahoma State, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just the main thing, man. Just showing these kids the way.
Yep. That's awesome. It's awesome. Well, okay, one more question.
Okay.
Easy question. Well, some find it hard. What's your favorite place to go to in Paris, Texas? It can be anything you want.
Favorite place?
Favorite place. It can be food. It can be court. It can be anything you want.
I don't know if I can call it Paris, Texas, but might be Powderly-ish.
Okay.
We like to go to Lake Pat Mays.
Yeah. You're the second person to say that.
We go out there, man, and I think I'm a grill master.
A grill master.
I'm a grill master.
Okay.
You eat my chicken and my ribs and my food off the grill, dude.
This ain't no leftover chicken.
No.
This is a real deal chicken.
This is not that chicken plant chicken, It's not chicken nuggets, 10 for $1.49. It's here, man. It'll do something to your self-esteem. We eat my food, your self-esteem rises to a different level.
Oh, wow. That's some big...
Like, it gives you confidence. You can go conquer anything once you eat my food off the grill.
Maybe you need to open a restaurant.
Oh, no. We have too many arrogant people already as it is in Paris. We have too many in Paris. We need to do that. But we like to go to Pat Mays, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Go out there, grill, let the kids swim a little bit.
Yeah.
Just have fun, listen to music. We'll stay out there all day.
That's awesome.
Just to enjoy nature. Because Paris has some good places, but
they do.
We're more of a good family, be around each other type family. We close knit, so
I would say. I mean, it's Lamar County, so it's for sure. I mean, it's still Paris to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pat Mays is our pick.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. Thank you so much for joining me on my podcast.
Thanks so
That's
much.
That's awesome
man.
to hear your story.
I appreciate you having me, man. Thanks for what you're doing for this community. This is big time, man. I see you. Like I said, when I see you, man, I freeze up, man. It's Broadway.
Stop it.
Awesome, man.
And I just love hearing. In your story of all of them are just one of a kind, and everybody's story is one of a kind.
Right,
so it's just amazing to hear those stories.
I'm about to interview you, right?
I've got one where Claudia Farr and Cody Head both interviewed me.
Wow, I'm about to go check that one out.
It's floating around out there,
man.
Yeah.
Like I told my wife, I like your brand, man. You really take your brand to the next level, man.
Thank you.
And I see that a lot. I said, okay, I'm gonna learn a few tips from you for advertising and marketing.
Yeah.
Deals. I see how you going, man. I like it.
Love it. All right, guys. As always, we try to put a new one out every Monday. So thanks for joining us today. Look forward for the next one. Next Monday, you hear a new story. Once again, I want to send a huge shout out to Badge Cap. Thank you so much for sponsoring this podcast. Again, guys, if you own a business or you have any kind of a brand that you want to put on a hat or on, give them a look. They do this really unique cap that you can get with a personalized badge on it. I wear one like almost every day. And we will see you guys next week.